Donald Trump is having a disaster morning. He's attacking the United States Supreme Court after an oral argument regarding birthright citizenship where it appears the Trump regime is going to lose. Donald Trump is attacking Taylor Swift this morning. More on that in a bit. Also, the discussions between Ukraine and Russia, as we predicted, blew up right away as Russia came in with ridiculous demands for Ukraine to basically fully surrender. We told you this was going to happen after Donald Trump refused to show up to the negotiations in Turkey. Putin refused to show up to the negotiations in Turkey. Also, we're getting the new consumer sentiment data from the University of Michigan, the lowest in American history since the pandemic, or the second lowest in history. The only time it was lower, rather, was since the pandemic. And we're also learning from both Japan and the European Union that they're just going to be holding out and waiting Donald Trump and trying to get better deals regarding the tariffs that Donald Trump placed on them, because they see that Donald Trump always caves. Donald Trump is a coward who always taps out in these negotiations. Let's just go through it one by one, folks. So Donald Trump posted the following this morning. The Supreme Court is being played by the radical left losers who have no support. The public hates them, and their only hope is the intimidation of the court itself. We can't let that happen to our country! Exclamation point. He puts that all in caps as Trump's DOJ is literally threatening Democratic Congress members who have been assaulted by private security hired by the Trump regime simply because Democrats are asking for answers about what the hell is going on in these migrant detention centers. Donald Trump is right here intimidating the United States Supreme Court. He knows what he's doing. And in fact, the Supreme Court have reflected and have discussed Donald Trump's intimidation of the court. That's what he's doing. And this is what he's spending his morning focused on as well. Donald Trump also posts the following. Has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot? Ladies and gentlemen, that's the United States president right now, making a utter fool of our country. That's seriously a post. That's not AI. I'm not making that up. Right before he attacked the Supreme Court, he attacks Taylor Swift. Has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she is no longer hot? There are serious world matters taking place right now. As I said earlier in this video, Turkish and Ukrainian officials say that peace talks with Russia ended after less than 2 hours. And one of the things that we note from a senior Ukrainian official, that Russia was making unacceptable demands for Ukraine to fully surrender. We told you that what Putin was doing in Istanbul was going to be a total setup from the outset. Even when Putin made the announcement last weekend that he said, I want to go to Turkey and I'm ready to have peace discussions. Remember all the videos we've made about it? We said, look, the reason Putin is doing that is because the European Union is about to impose sanctions and Putin's trying to delay. And Putin wants to manipulate Donald Trump into saying that he is trying his best to do peace negotiations. But what really is happening here is that Putin and Trump are trying to figure out how they meet, just them two, to try to go back to their original plan, which in my opinion was Putin takes all of Ukraine. Donald Trump steals the minerals of Ukraine for a sovereign wealth fund. So Donald Trump can frolic in the Middle East with Qatari and Saudi and Emirati royal families, because that's really what makes Donald Trump feel the most comfortable when he's in his authoritarian element right there. As Carl Quintanilla describes this coverage of Donald Trump's trip to the Middle East, peak bromance coverage, right? The media kind of normalizes this behavior, which is nothing short of despicable and disgusting. I mean, take a look at the headline from Bloomberg. Gold palaces, jet deals, and McDonald's. Trump is at home in the Middle East. Look at Donald Trump and Crown Prince MBS during a signing ceremony when they sign fake deals with each other. It is not normal to see a United States president frolicking around in gold palaces, having mobile McDonald's moved to him while he tries to cut bribes for himself in the form of $400 million gold-plated 747 jets from the Qataris. Okay, that does not make any sense at all. And the headline should reflect it. I mean, the headline should say, Donald Trump sells, this is how if I was in Bloomberg, here's my headline. Donald Trump sells out the United States in the most humiliating foreign trip in American history. That's how I would have wrote that headline. Here's the headline from Wall Street Journal. He calls them handsome, attractive, tough. Trump's bromance with Arab leaders. What is this, like Us Weekly right now? The president has used a trip to the Middle East to strengthen ties with Arab world leaders. He's not strengthening ties with Arab world leaders. He is taking bribes from Arab world leaders. And you're the Wall Street Journal. Why don't you do an analysis, a very simple one, Wall Street Journal? So let me help you here. Okay. Like in Qatar, their entire annual GDP is $200 billion. Okay. So when Qatar signs a deal, which you're calling it a deal, which it's not a deal, I'm putting it in quotes, for $1.2 trillion, I could pretty much guarantee you that they're not giving away 6 times their annual GDP to the United States. And then after you report that headlines, let's follow through with what actually is taken. I'm really curious to see how that money is helping a factory worker in America. How is that money helping the American who's psychologically tortured, living paycheck to paycheck during this moment right now? How is that helping any American right now who can't afford a home? Those are the questions that I think you should be asking, but I guess that's why people are coming to the MeidasTouch network. Regarding Donald Trump's claim of 90 deals in 90 days, again, as I told you from the outset when Donald Trump said that, what did I say? It's all BS. It's all going to be phony fraud stuff. So what Donald Trump's now said on his trip in the United Arab Emirates, he goes, they're coming back. Trump indicates he will set tariff rates for other countries who have not done the deals with him over the next 2 to 3 weeks as the U.S. lacks capacity to negotiate with all other countries, per Bloomberg. As Carl Quintanilla says, I don't think we're getting those 90 deals in 90 days. And as we said on the MeidasTouch network, just wait another 2 weeks, everybody. Because here's what Donald Trump said in Abu Dhabi. By the way, the Abu Dhabi Sovereign Wealth Fund is using $2 billion of Trump family back crypto in their transactions, the same way the Qataris are building resorts in Qatar for Donald Trump and giving him a $400 million jet. And the Saudis are building resorts as well in Oman and other places for Donald Trump. But here Donald Trump says we have 150 countries now. He just makes up numbers. 150 countries want to make a deal. But you see, if they don't make deals, I'm just going to set the deals myself. So that's going to be the deals. I'm going to make them myself because nobody wants to do deals with you, Donald. Here, play this clip.
We just reached a fantastic trade deal, as you know, with the United Kingdom, which was wonderful. And we have another big one that we just reached with China. The China deal is a very big deal. It's in the process of continuing to be formed. But they wanted to make that deal very badly. And we have, at the same time, 150 countries that want to make a deal, but you're not able to see that many countries. So at a certain point over the next 2 to 3 weeks, I think Scott and Howard will be sending letters out, essentially telling people, it would be very fair, but we'll be telling people what they'll be paying to do business in the United States. So essentially be paying to be doing business in the United States. I guess you could say they could appeal it, but for the most part, I think we're going to be very fair. But it's not possible to meet the number of people that want to see us. And, but this was coming to UAE was very important. Coming to, Saudi Arabia and Qatar was very important to me because of personal relationships that I had, maybe more than anything else.
The weather is heating up and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend that you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating, so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. Now, using those silver-infused fabrics inspired by NASA, Miracle Made sheets are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long, no matter the weather, so you get better sleep every night. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. Miracle Made sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle. Upgrade your sleep as the weather heats up. Go to trymiracle.com/Meidas to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Meidas at checkout, you'll get free 3-piece towel set and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Meidas and use the code Meidas to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Meidas to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode.
Then again, here's just another moment right here where if this was Biden or anybody else, the media would probably make this a front page story. So I want to at least cover it. Donald Trump thinks Queens is near Los Angeles, or either that or doesn't know that the Olympics are going to be in Los Angeles. So Donald Trump asks the Abu Dhabi royal family, who are bragging about helping to build a soccer stadium in Queens. For a major league soccer team. And then Donald Trump's like, are the Olympics going to be there? First off, you're the president of the United States. You should know where the Olympics are. Why are you asking the Abu Dhabi royal family? But here, play this clip.
To our airline. And finally, Mr. President, we just signed also the naming rights of the New York City Football Club by Etihad.
Oh, good.
And we're spending over $800 million.
So where is
in
that?
Queens.
I know the area well.
Yeah.
It's right next to City Field.
I grew up in Queens. I know the area very well.
Right next to City Field.
Oh, that's great. Wow. That's where they used to fix the cars. And a lot of other things got fixed there. A lot of things. That's a great site. So how many will that hold?
25,000?
25,000.
And is that primarily for soccer?
It's for soccer. And yeah, they'll do concerts there.
Will they be using that in the Olympics?
It will be available to be used.
Yeah,
if
because it's prime,
Yeah.
for some of the games.
I mean, Queens,
It's going out to the Met, but it's prime.
It'll be a state-of-the-art stadium. You can see it.
And I don't want to neglect the fact that Donald Trump also said that he would bring peace to Gaza in 24 hours. And Donald Trump lied to all of the Arabs for Trump and the Palestinians for Trump and the Arab and Palestinian community and Muslim community in general. At least 82 people were killed by Israeli airstrikes in Gaza on Friday alone, today, as Trump wrapped up his regional trip. And we're seeing those numbers every day rise and rise and rise. And Donald Trump said that he was going to bring peace. If anything, Donald Trump has enabled Netanyahu to engage in worse conduct. Anyway, CNBC says the following right here. Trump's military parade cost up to $45 million for D.C. The event coincides with Donald Trump's 79th birthday. You think it's going to be $45 million? It's going to be more like $150, $200 million. Watch what the final receipt is going to be when all is said and done. We reported on this yesterday, but let me just read you this Wall Street Journal headline. Department of Homeland Security is considering a reality show where immigrants compete for citizenship. This isn't the Hunger Games for immigrants, says the producer behind the pitch. That's really what they're doing. And they said they've got the pitch. They said they're not sure they're doing it yet. What the hell is going on here, America? Michigan. Is it surprising to you then that the Michigan consumer sentiment is at 50.8, the second lowest on record? The University of Michigan year ahead expected inflation's at 7.3%, the highest since 1981. Consumer moods are in the absolute trash right now. Absolute trash right now. So what's Donald Trump doing about that? He's sending emails like this to his supporters. Ben, is this your personal email? I need to make sure you're receiving my messages. You want to donate to me? You want to give me some money, Ben? That's what he sends to all of his supporters. I subscribe to his listserv so that you don't have to. I want to show you what he's sending his supporters. And then there's this one also. Ben, congratulations. You just won the gold medal in Trump World. Honoring you with the Golden Trump Award is my way of saying thank you for your unwavering support. And then when you click it, you have to give him money for a fake award. Fake award, fake deals, fake person, fake the whole thing is a fraud. Call it out for what it is, a fraud. And consumers recognize what's happened. American people are suffering, and our idiotic media keeps talking about former President Biden. The hell are you doing, Mead? Doesn't it just show you how in the tank the media is for Donald Trump? That with everything I just shared with you, what's the media's big story? Was former President Biden, were Democrats covering up former president? What the hell are you even talking about? We had a normal foreign policy, normal domestic policy. America was leading the world under former President Biden. You want to take a look at what's going on with Donald Trump? Look at any of these speeches, okay? If you're going to say there was something with Biden, Trump is 10,000 times worse every freaking hour of the day. And not only that, it has real world impact on people with his recklessness and whatever the hell is going on with this guy. Well, hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.